Hello everyone, welcome back to online lecture series on applied thermodynamics. We are continuing our topic of reciprocating compressors. During our previous lecture, we studied about PV and TS diagram for compression process. Here, the compression process is defined with the help of three different types of processes. First is isentropic process, second is polytropic process, and third is isothermal process. So here we discussed about the work requirement by a reciprocating compressor in case of first isentropic process. We derived the work done or work requirement for isentropic process with these three formulas, and we simply wrote down the equations for polytropic process by replacing the adiabatic index with polytropic index. Then the third case was of isothermal process, and we also calculated the work requirement for this kind of process. Now we will move forward with our next topic. Our next topic is multi-stage reciprocating air compressor. So whenever we require to increase the pressure ratio, that is, let us say that the requirement is to have higher pressure at the outlet of compressor, then in a single stage compression process the volumetric efficiency reduces. So for that purpose we require multi-stage compression. So in case of multi-stage compression, we will have more than one cylinders for compression process. So first of all, it is necessary to understand that why do we actually require multi-staging of compression. So let's understand this fact with the help of PV diagram. So here, as usual, we will have pressure on y-axis and volume on x-axis. So now let us draw a simple compression diagram. So here we are having the points 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we are having this as P2 pressure, and here we are having P1 pressure. And regarding this swept volume, here the swept volume is V1 minus V4. And now let us say that we intend to increase the pressure ratio. So let us say this is the way we are this is the way the higher pressure ratio will work. And the pressure ratio here will be P3 to P1. And if you see carefully here, because of this the swept volume has reduced. V1 minus V4 prime. So if you see previously the pressure ratio was P2 upon P1 with swept volume as V1 minus V4. Then we tried to increase the pressure ratio. So in that case the pressure ratio was increased P2 prime upon P1, and here it is V1 minus V4 prime. So it can be clearly seen from the figure that the pressure ratio has increased while the swept volume has reduced. Now let us say that we further intend to do this for higher pressure ratios. Then it can be seen over here that by increasing the pressure ratio, the swept volume is further reducing in this way. So here it should be like 2 double prime, 3 double prime, and here it will be 4 double prime. So again, once again, we can see that the swept volume has further reduced, V1 minus V4 double prime. Actually these three are at the same location. Okay, so I hope you are understanding this. So here, now let us take an extreme case that we further increase the compression ratio. So what happens at one stage? At one stage, the volume at the exit of compression reaches the clearance volume. So in such cases, let us say this to be as 2 triple prime. So the expansion process will also return through the same path. So the swept volume will be 0 at this extreme case. So in this case, here let us say that let us finish this work. For P double prime upon P1, it was V1 minus V4 double prime, and in case of the extreme condition, that is P2 triple prime upon P1, the swept volume will be 0. So this is the way we have drawn this table. So as it can be clearly seen that the increase in pressure ratio reduces the swept volume, and as we keep on increasing the pressure ratio, at one stage the swept volume is 0, so there is no discharge of air from the compressor. So if the compression is done in single stage, then this kind of situation can arise. Obviously higher pressure ratio will reduce the quantity of compressed air that is being delivered. Okay, so that is the fundamental thing that we are facing in this case. So first of all, let's copy our work into our slides. So there are other disadvantages that we will be discussing of single compression here that are more theoretical. The first is higher the delivery pressure, higher will be the delivery temperature. Obviously, this is the fact. So this will further increase in specific volume, because as the temperature increases, the specific volume will also increase. Specific volume. So the meaning is that the compressor size will increase because it has to handle more volume of compressed air here at higher temperatures, and this will further require heavy working parts. So here, because of these reasons, the compression process is divided between multiple stages, and in between them intercooler will be used, which will reduce the temperature of compressed air, and this will try to take the compression process to be an isothermal process, which require lesser work input in comparison with the polytropic or isentropic process. So now we will be discussing about the advantages of multi-stage compression. So let us first write down the advantages. So the first advantage over here is, as I told you, that with intercooler the compression process becomes isothermal. So power requirement reduces. Power requirement reduces. Next is the volumetric efficiency improves. So here the next is less leakage loss. Less leakage loss. Why there is a less leakage loss? Because the working temperature range becomes lower in comparison with the single stage compression. So when the temperature is low, lubrication is done in a better way, so this will yield lower leakage loss. And next is light construction. Light in construction, that is the advantage. So here obviously there are some disadvantages. That is expensive, that is the cost related disadvantage, expensive in initial cost. So this is the only disadvantage that we have, because it requires multiple cylinders and intercoolers. So that is the reason that the initial cost of multi-staging is more in comparison with the single stage. So let's copy this work into our slides. Now we will move forward with, we will continue with this same topic with detailed discussion. So our next topic is two-stage reciprocating air compressor. So let me go through the basics over here. That the same thing that has been written in the book also, that here we are having more than one cylinders, and in this case, that is in two stage, we will be having two cylinders having an intercooler in between, and the low pressure ratio will improve the effective swept volume, and intercooler will reduce the final temperature. So let's draw a figure for this first. So I will be taking some time while drawing this figure, and maybe that will end our today's lecture while drawing this. So be patient in this. So as I was telling you that we are having two-stage compression. So here this is low pressure cylinder. This will be high pressure cylinder. And here we are having in between is intercooler. So we will end this lecture here only, and we will continue with the same figure in next lecture. As you can see, we are having two cylinders and in between we are having intercooler. Thank you for watching this video.